What are you doing? We're running late. Let's go. Okay, all packed up, ready to go. It was in gear. Fuck! Okay, now we're ready. Let's go. Oh my god, I'm so late. If I don't get sub 20 tonight, I don't think I ever will, because conditions are perfect. It's sunny, it's not too hot, it's dry, and there's very little wind. So, I'll be honest with you, yeah, it's, if I don't get it tonight, my excuse will be, it was too perfect, and I'm used to worse conditions. Not a great excuse, but it's the best I've got. Well, that happened. For those of you that don't know, I DNF'd a 10-mile TT. How embarrassing is that? How pathetic is that? But I did it. Fuck. So yeah, was feeling like shit and was really looking forward to planning a video of, I smashed a sub 20 minute 10-mile TT, I'm a legend, look at me, I'm such a lad, but that didn't happen. So instead, I was on my drive home from the time trial, and I thought, well, good opportunity to talk about failure as an athlete and how you deal with failure. Obviously, there's various degrees of failure, and I'm going to talk about that in a second. I'm going to get into the meat of the topic of this video, but first of all, just want to exaggerate how pathetic it is that I pulled out of a 10-mile TT. Really not impressed with myself there, to be honest. Just wasn't in it. So what I want to do is ask those of you watching this video to think of the best joke possible that you can about me pulling out of a 10-mile TT. Drop it in the comments section below. Majority of that is for my own entertainment. I'm just going to love reading through you ripping into me for pulling out of a 10-mile TT. But also, I will choose the best joke, or the funniest joke that I think is in the comment section, and I'll give you a shout out in the next video. So, a little bit of reason to get thinking about a funny joke. And the more you rip into me, the better. So get thinking, make it savage. Right, let's get into the topic of this video. Like I said, it's about failure. Now, there are various degrees of failure. Obviously, there's like small failures that, you know, like you might fail at some various things every day, like micro failures, and then major failures that are super important. Obviously, pulling out of a 10-mile TT is not a big deal. It's not a massive failure. It's embarrassing, for sure. It's embarrassing, but it's not the end of the world. It's not like Armageddon. So it's not too bad, but I think the way you deal with failure is the same principle regardless of whether it's a micro failure or like a major failure. So what I'm going to do is talk through the process that I kind of use when I'm dealing with failure, the process that I've kind of adopted, and hopefully it'll help some of you out if you've kind of not known how to deal with failure yourselves. So let's get going. I have designed this incredibly good looking flowchart. I really hope you can see that in the video. I feel like such a teacher right now. I should put on some sexy teacher glasses. Hang on. Boom. That's the way we do it. Right. I'm in teacher mode now. Listen up, you little fucks. Fucking hell, I'm never going to be a teacher. Right. Designed this flowchart about... Fucking get on the table, you twat. I've designed a flowchart about failure and to talk through the processes. At the top, failure. You have failed. What do you do next? Controllable. What I mean by that is, was the failure controllable or not? I'm going to elaborate a little bit on that. Uncontrollable things, the weather, your opponents, stuff like that. Stuff you really can't control. Stuff you can control, your attitude, your diet, your nutrition strategy, the amount you sleep. Those are things you have total control over. So, controllable. Was it controllable or not? No. If it's not controllable, then get over it. And it's so much easier said than done. And I know it sounds stupid, but if you have no control over that outcome, then there's no point to fuss over it. There's no point to get down in the dumps about it. Just move on, just get over it. And it might take you a bit of time and a bit of practice once you failed a couple of times just to realize, actually, it wasn't controllable. I'm just going to move on, knock it on the head, all right? Because you literally can't do anything else. And if you keep whining about it and bitching about it, you're not going to help anyone out. You're not going to get any better. And you're just going to act like a little bitch. So get over it. Now, let's go back to the controllable. If it was controllable, yes, we go down to here. Now you'll see there's a little star here. I'm going to elaborate on that in a little second. Did you learn your lesson? So between here, this is where the star is. Between yes and did you learn your lesson, you need to evaluate what went wrong and what you did wrong. Now you need to be a very hard critic of yourself. You need to stop bullshitting, all right? Not coming up with excuses. This is where you need to be honest with yourself and go, what did I actually do wrong? What could I have done better as an athlete? Or whatever it is, whether you're an athlete or not. What could I have done better? What did I do? What mistake did I make that caused me to fail? Now, if you learnt your lesson, good. Brilliant. Don't do it again, basically. Now, we're all going to fail multiple times in life, okay? You can't be perfect. And when it comes to being an athlete, you're going to fail a lot. And if you don't, then fucking hell, I don't know what's going wrong with you. You will fail a lot. But it's all about learning your lesson and making sure you don't make the same mistakes. You will make loads of different mistakes, but as long as you learn from those mistakes, it's all good. Just move on. But if you haven't learned your lesson, then come back up to here. If you don't know what went wrong, question yourself again. Was it controllable? Because if you don't know what went wrong, then I don't know how to fucking help you. And that's the issue. A lot of people, they're not critical enough. You need to think, how did I fuck up? Without making excuses, without blaming it on other people, other things, okay? Was it controllable or not? All right? And then you go through this process, and if you keep going around in that circle, basically, I don't know how the fuck to help you. I'm going to run through this process with the DNF that I did the other night. I failed. I fucked up. Was it controllable? Yes. Yes, it was. Have I learnt my lesson? Okay, let's elaborate a little bit on this. What went wrong? Okay, day leading up, or the night before. Let's talk about that. I didn't get enough sleep. That's my fucking fault. I can't blame that on anyone else. I was scrolling through Facebook at fucking 11:30, looking at funny videos. Duh. What a fucking idiot. That's my fault. I can't blame that on anyone else. That is me. That's controllable. Okay? The next day, didn't eat enough. Leading up to the TT, I did not eat enough food. And I didn't drink enough water and electrolytes. Is that controllable? Yes. That's my fucking fault. I fucked up. That is me. That's all on me. I can't blame that on anyone else. Okay? That is my fault. Did I learn my lesson? Absolutely. It was incredibly embarrassing to pull out. And I just am pissed off a little bit. But you got to move on after that. Okay? I learned my lesson. Next time I do the 10 mile... You stay the fuck there. Next time I do the 10 mile TT, which is next week, I will make sure that I'm not scrolling through Facebook at fucking midnight watching funny dog videos, all that shit. I will make sure in the morning I have good breakfast and I have a good lunch and I have a good snack and I have a good meal. All right? I will make sure I'm drinking enough electrolytes and enough water, all of that stuff. I will make sure I'm doing that. So I have learnt my lesson. Okay? And from the comments I'm going to get and all the jokes I'm going to get in the comments section, that's going to help me learn my lesson as well because I don't want to be ripped into anymore for this shit. So, that is the flow chart. That's how you do it. That's how you fail like a boss. Serious message here. Learning from failures is so important. We're all going to fail. We're all going to fuck up at some point. But it's learning from that. It's being honest with yourself. It's being critical. It's being your own worst enemy. It's thinking, how did I fuck up? What mistakes did I make? How am I going to be better next time? All right? And that will help you so much. And if it's not controllable, don't fucking worry about it. There's so many people out there that get wound up by things that aren't controllable. It's not in your control. So there is no reason to get wound up about it. Yes, it might piss you off that you've failed at something because of something else that's completely out of your control. Of course, it's fucking irritating. If anything, it's easier to fail because you fucked up, because then you know what happened and you know how to control it, or you should know how to control it and you should learn from it. So next time it doesn't happen. But if you fail because of something else that's out of your control, it is such a piss take. I know it is, but you can't control it. So don't let it eat you alive. Move on. Do exactly the same thing you're doing. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep on keeping on. Bit of a weird video. It wasn't something that I expected creating, but I really hope you got value from it. It's just a nice sit down video to talk to you guys and be honest with you about the ways that I deal with things. And I really hope that it's helped some of you out. I'd be interested to hear your thoughts about the video, not just ripping into me, but your thoughts about the video in the comments section below. And please, keep doing what you're doing. Please like the video. Please subscribe to the video because it really helps me out and it's creating a lot of momentum at the minute. And I'm really enjoying the process of making these videos for you and talking to all of you and creating a bit of community around the channel. So it's really exciting. And keep doing what you're doing and I will see you in the next one.